Alright, good morning, YouTube preppers. Today we're going to answer a quick question from a viewer. You may remember my video a while ago of installing a Baofeng handheld in my Jeep Patriot, which I no longer have. But in the meantime, there was a question about that, using the Baofeng handheld as a portable radio in a vehicle and setting that up with a simple battery eliminator and a Baofeng speaker mic. Well, that drone guy had a question, and his question is, quick question. For me, that hand mic makes my radio rapidly PTT instead of a steady PTT transmission. A very rapid on and off for some reason, and can't be used like that. You know why? Well, I do have an idea. Of course, I can't be sure without seeing it or looking at it. But there is a common problem that used to pop up with these inexpensive Baofeng radios and their speaker mics. Let's grab my everyday carry one. It's yellow. It's got an extended battery. It doesn't look exactly like the one I used in the video, but it's pretty close. And we'll grab the speaker mic. This is the actual one I was using in the Jeep. And the problem can come in with the connector that they use right here. Sometimes this connector is made too big around. And as we see on the radio, the side of the radio where it plugs in right here, there's a raised portion around that plug. And if this part was made too large, it will sometimes have a problem fitting in. Now, what you want to do to solve that is just to take an X-Acto knife and trim down the sides here very carefully. Just trim down the sides right here very carefully, a little bit on the top, a little bit on the bottom maybe, until it fits in. But if this speaker mic does not plug in perfectly all the way in, and you'll feel a little resistance at the very end, give it a little bit of a more push, and it'll snap right in. If this connector was one of the really cheap ones and was made a little bit too big, then it may not fit into the receiver here. So that could always be a problem. That's my biggest concern. That's what I think the problem probably is, that it's not being plugged in all the way, and it's causing some PTT problems. The other issue, of course, can be that there are a lot of people knocking these off, making them cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and you may just have got a defective one that was made by some goofball that had absolutely no clue what he was doing. So that's my theory. There's two possible answers on that. That drone guy, I hope I've helped or given you at least an idea of where to look. In the meantime, be prepared, Canada. It's a tough world out there.